Hey everybody, welcome to RochesterFirst.com. I'm Chief Meteorologist Eric Snodel on a Tuesday that has gone from rain over to a few snowflakes. Live look out the window here. You don't have much more of a live look. You got about another hour and a half of daylight, then that starts to fade away. Flurries are falling, not enough to obscure the view, certainly not enough to accumulate, at least not yet. That might be changing though overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning. 34 degrees, your current temperature in Rochester, 36 Sodus, 38 Penn, 36 in Dansville. The common denominator here, all of our viewing area at the moment remains above freezing. That is not the case in places like Buffalo that have dropped to 32 and are starting to see some of that snow accumulate. That's what we wait on overnight tonight. As our numbers start to fall closer to that critical freezing mark by 8 to 9 o'clock, some of those flurries as they pick up may start to stick, first on grassy surfaces, then eventually maybe some of the roadways just in time for the morning commute tomorrow. Check this out. Look at the big spin, that upper level low clear as day, parked pretty much right overhead here, right about over Lake Ontario. So what we're waiting on now is the backside of this moisture to move its way on in, and it's basically the wind flow we need to start to change to be able to accommodate some additional snowflakes in Rochester. Right now it is not favorable, but as that wind flow starts to become more westerly and then northwesterly, we'll get this batch of precip, which is kind of locked out over the lake right now, to slowly migrate its way southward, making its way ashore through the overnight hours tonight. And our models continue to hint at that. You see, there's that band of what would be primarily snowfall. This is 10 p.m., now working its way into, let's say, Orleans County, northwest parts of Monroe County. Now we've got it snowing through a good amount of the viewing area, likely Rochester included, by early Wednesday morning. There's going to be some lake flakes around, I think, for the morning drive here. This is 9 a.m., and these remnant bands could make for a little bit of a slushy drive-in. I think some minor accumulations are still possible before that flow starts to break down and we get a little bit warmer. It'll be a much nicer drive home Wednesday afternoon than the drive into work early in the morning. In terms of snowfall accumulations out of this tricky forecast, but I got to be honest with you, I could see a path, even the north side of Rochester, for example, that you could get an inch or two. You know, I could even see 1 to 3 in places like Webster to Wolcott, where those bands set up into early Wednesday. Elsewhere, brief slushy dusting, if that, may be upwards of an inch, and that should just about do it for you. Not going to be a big snow maker, but remember, Rochester's only had 1.2 inches of snow to this point so far this season. Not impossible we see something similar to that as this starts to wind down. Could be a shower or